Well, good morning, flockers. We are live with Max, and he is having a lot of fun. Hopefully everybody's joining us. We had a little bit of a problem getting the stream started, but we're here now. That's what counts, right, guys? The fact that we are here now. So hopefully you're finding us. Say something if you're joining us. Buck up in the chat. Let us know that you are here. I'm really hoping this one's gone public. Is there anybody out there watching us? Okay, I'm not seeing anybody. If you're there. Let's see if the audio is working now. Yes, I was having a bit of a problem. Apparently, if you hit mute, nobody hears you. Imagine that. I can see Tango. I can see Greenbird. Einstein. Hello, Rebecca. Hi, Max. I know. Ornithology dude is here. So yes, every birdie is joining us. I know Max. Max is a little upset because we started a couple minutes late. I was having a hard time getting the camera to connect. What Lego? No, you don't want Lego. Okay, I will steal Lego then. Max was promised snacks, and he doesn't have any yet because I was busy playing around with technical. But yes, it's good to see everybody now. Hopefully everybody can hear me as well. Max, no yelling. Nobody wants to hear you yelling. While you are waiting for your snacks, can I build you a block tower? Is that one too high? We'll do that. Okay. 2 block towers. All right, what are you going to do with those? Can you show me what you're going to do with those, Max? While he's looking at his block towers, I'm just going to get some eggs going. Max, do you want some eggies? Oh, I know you do. There we go. You notice he's very carefully watching me in the kitchen. That's what you got. What do you got? What kind of eggies do you want this morning? Might not work too well. Okay. Oh boy, Max, can you hear the microwave? Is it making the fun noises if you're about to get some eggs? Small adjust there. Oh, yeah, angle seems a little bit weird too. Which way do I need to go? Fix that. No, other way, that way. Okay, just bear with me for a minute. I muck with the tripod a little bit. How level is that? That's a little bit better. What do you think, Max? Can you hear the sounds of Aggies cooking? Are those fun sounds? Yeah. Yeah, so what happened when I started off today's live stream, I couldn't get it to connect to the scheduled stream. Then I couldn't get it to connect to camera. And although I know you love hearing Max's dulcet tones screaming, that was not the idea of a live stream. Okay, Max, we have eggs that just got to cool for a minute. And it's part of cooking eggs. Yes, but it's good to have everybody here. Ornithology dude joining us from England. Maria, Sue, Einstein's here, Tango Elliott's here, Maria. Yeah, so everybody's definitely joining us. What do you think about these, Max? What do you think? You were just giving them the eyeball this morning. Hi, Mookie. Hi, Doris. Chris is here. Yeah, we definitely have a good group of people joining us this morning. So today I am using the new webcam. If you were here on Sunday, we did a bit of a surprise pop-up just to test out the new equipment and give it a dry run before our regular live stream. So yeah, we've got some new equipment. We picked up a new webcam that we're trying out. One thing I did notice when I was reviewing the footage from the webcam, if Max gets really excited and starts screaming at the top of his lungs, what happens? The live cam will make it sound like it is an alarm going off. Webcam just cannot handle the pitch of Max at full excitement. Now, mind you, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world either. My ears can't handle him at full alert. Oh, Mookie, what's going on? Mookie says that they had the worst week, but they're better today. Well, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that we are here for an hour to take your mind off of everything. Are you going to dance with me, Max? Are you going to dance? A little sway, a little... Oh, look at those fluffing chops. I know. We're going to move in a little bit closer. There we go. A little bit closer. Oh, that's good. Look at that close up. Fluff and chops for the win. Yes, Tango. Max would love to shatter some crystal wine glasses with his scream. We've got Blue Spirit. Chris says that on Sunday they were busy catching their birdies. They escaped and were doing a grand tour of the neighborhood. Oh no! I think that grand tour of the neighborhood without Uman's supervision is the nightmare of anyone who owns birds. Certainly, it's something that can be kind of hard to deal with. And Max is not looking at these, so I'm just going to move these out of the way and see what Max does. And there are a few things that you can do to prepare for it in advance. One of those is, get a leash and get the bird used to going outside with, fully leashed, fully restrained with you. Help them understand what home base is, and home base is, your yard, what is familiar and what is safe. Because if that bird flies out the door, they are going to be so freaked out about everything that's happening. Obviously get out there, start calling. If the cage is small enough, if there's another resident in the cage, put the other resident into a travel cage, keep them indoors. Take that empty cage outside so that there's something familiar for your pet to pop into. Now, obviously, with large parrots, sometimes the cages don't fit out the doors. If you have another bird that is in a cage, you can take that bird out cage to help call for the first. Start looking in trees, calling out. Remember, your bird is probably frightened, and they're not going to know what to do. One time, Tico went for a walk inside the house. And, Tico, I thought he was transitioning from the living room to what at the time was the bird room. And I went looking, and it's like Tico has gone missing. I'm the only person here. All doors and windows are shut, so I knew he was inside. Couldn't find him. Couldn't find him anywhere. And I'm looking in the bird room. I'm looking in the living room. I'm walking the house. In desperation, I start looking inside of cupboards. Yeah, you can laugh at me now. I'm opening up kitchen cupboards. I open up the linen closet in the hallway. I'm calling for Tico, and he's so scared he's not even calling back. And by this time, I am beginning to freak out a little bit, trying to figure out how did an African gray parrot disappear into thin air. Well, the fourth time I opened up the linen closet, yes, it was, maybe he's reappeared now. And there was this little shelf at the very, very bottom of the closet that was, a couple of inches off the ground. And, it didn't even dawn on me that this was here. It had been there, I'd lived there for a decade, never put anything underneath it. It was such small space. And suddenly this little gray head poked out and looked at me. Well, he'd walked right underneath there, and he was scared, did not want to call back. It was dark in there. He just did not know what to do. So they are very adept at hiding. Yeah. Blue Sprite says Lucy does that to their Uman sometimes, plays hide and seek inside the house. Absolutely. If you can, if you are into doing any parrot training, doing some clicker training and training recall where on demand the bird flies to you and gets a treat, that can be a wonderful, wonderful approach. But walking the neighborhood, calling out and enlisting friends and family to help walk the neighborhood can sometimes be the best bet. The good news is sometimes birds that are out for, days or weeks, sometimes even do find their way home. It astonishes me when I hear stories of a bird that's found in huddling in a garage 2 weeks after he went missing, probably pretty hungry and scared, but sometimes there are reunites. But I'm super, super glad that your bird came back to you. Yeah, the other thing to do, of course, is just be part of any local sites. If you've got a community Facebook page, get on that one. If there's a community pet Facebook page, get on that one. If there's a city lost pets, start posting up. and, you know, enlist the power of social media. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's just catch up here on a few comments. Yeah, Max is just standing there, 1 foot, posing for us. Cheryl says she lost a teal and a houseplant once. Yeah, actually, eggs are almost cool, but I'll tell one more story of a pair of budgies that I was bird sitting. Now, these budgies were being kept in the basement away from the rest of the flock. And, you know, they were semi-tame. And I'd let them out. I'd been interacting with them a bit, changing paper, changing food and water, doing all of the wonderful things that you do to take care of small budgies. Well, and you can probably guess what's about to happen here. Yeah, they went for a bit of a fly. I'm just going to try and adjust the camera. Ooh, here. It's a slightly better view of our boy. Yeah, we didn't want to look up your nose or up your beak. And it looks like I still need to adjust that a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Now the chair's almost level. But these two birds went for a fly. Both went over top of me. One went over one shoulder, one went over the other. I grabbed the first bird, popped him in the cage, and went looking for the second bird. I'm in a single room. Couldn't find him. Couldn't find him anywhere. So, you know, I kept on looking. I was calling for him. I was wandering around. Yeah, this is the basement. There's an unfinished portion of the basement. I climbed up. Max, oh, do you see what's coming? Yeah, let's lower this. Just a minute while we make a bit of noise. Oh, poopers. Yeah, big poopers. Max, what have I got? Do you have a clue what I've got? Would you like? Is that the good stuff? Yeah, you got the good stuff. Yeah, and it's even cool enough for you. Hey, Tico, do you want some eggies? I heard you ring a bell. Yeah, Saturday eggies are definitely, I think, one of the flock's favorite times. Do you want some more, buddy? Yeah? Here we go. And yes, Max is eating off of a fork today, just because I was using the fork to mix things and I was pulling eggs out of the container with the fork. Yeah. Are those good, Max? But yeah, fork and container are going to go right into the dishwasher when we're done. So, oh, Sue says she's going down to get her mail later. Wasn't feeling well for a week. Excited because she knows her Max magnet is there. Yes, Sue, you were one of our winners when we did a bit of a giveaway. Hey, is that good? Oh, yeah, pull it off the fork. You're confused for a minute. Yeah. Well, I'm really glad that you're feeling better now, Sue. Yeah, so a few weeks ago, for those of us who are just joining us, we did a bit of a giveaway. We gave away a pair of box socks, and we gave away a magnet, or a couple of magnets, and we gave away a cockatoo pin. So that was kind of fun. Hey, what's more? Yeah, is that good, Max? That good? And it is definitely fun to do some of the giveaways. If you're joining us today, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. we've got new designs going up in the store. I know Tango just ordered another pair of box socks in black, but we do have a couple new designs going up of both of the boys, both of Tico and Max. And I will post up in the community when those are available. Yeah, Tango, I've got a pair too, and for the first bit, I did not want to wear them either because it's like, oh my gosh, these are so cool. I don't want anything to happen to my box socks. I don't want to wear them. I don't know if I wanted to frame them or what, but they are definitely a really, really cool item. And the reason I did do some socks is every birdie wears socks. And, and the cool socks seem to be really, really in style. Now, these socks are more of a knee-high design. They're a fairly thin, dressy sock, a little bit taller. I wish that they had a slightly shorter design that was more aimed towards sort of more of a guy dress sock. But you know what? These ones can be worn by anybody. It's just going to come up, if you're male, it's going to come up a little higher on your leg than you might expect. But they are definitely kind of cool. I don't know how much any birdie here follows politics, and I'm not trying to get political, but one thing I've noticed I don't follow fashion. Oh, my goodness, I do not follow fashion at all. But one thing I've noticed is quite a few politicians have started wearing fancy socks. Justin Trudeau, it's almost become a bit of a hallmark. Different patterned socks, little tiny patterns on them every day. And Joe Biden this week was photographed with a pair of socks with his dogs on them. I understand he has a pair of rescue dogs who moved into the White House, but I just thought that was so cool that pets were featured. Politics aside, just the fact that there were socks with dogs on them. Oh, Max, what are you doing? You're not scared of those. Don't be a goose. Oh, what do you hear, Max? Yeah. If you're hearing a low drone in the background, we've had a bit of snow. And by a bit of snow, I mean the roads, sidewalks, everything outside is white. And we even had Deerfoot Trail, which is a major north-south 100-kilometer-an-hour artery, 100-kilometer, 90s double nickel, so 100 would be 60 miles an hour. So, fairly major road, 3 lanes aside, places 4 lanes, depending where the off-ramps and everything are. But that was closed down for a few hours because a whole bunch of people forgot how to drive. Okay, I'm going to come up and in. Yeah, okay, there you go, Max. We're just a little closer in. Yeah, so we've had a little bit of snow. Definitely a good day to stay indoors and stay warm. Doris says in New York City this past Monday, they had 3 feet of snow. And New York is definitely not accustomed to that one. Earlier, few weeks, a couple of months ago, time's beginning to blur here. We had a lot of snow as well. I had measured, what was it, 70 inches of snow and drifts. Just we're not going to go anywhere until some of that melted. It's been cleared off. We've had a couple of Chinooks in Alberta, in southern Alberta. We have this thing called a Chinook. Roughly translated, Chinook is an Indian word that means warm wind over the mountains. And what happens when we have a Chinook is our temperatures rise. Usually to the melting point, sometimes a few degrees above, lasts for a few days, and it is a lovely break from winter. Sometimes in Chinooks we can even pop our beak outside for a few minutes. It's still cool, but not so cold that we can't step out in shirt sleeves. So very nice day for winter when that happens. I know, Max, but what's really cool is that very shortly we're going to be able to get our car out of the garage. Somebody's shoveling for us. Higher. There we go. What do you think about that, Max? Sue says their wind chill is -16 in her part of Canada. Yes, we are Canadian too, Sue. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's -22 degrees Celsius. Today, expect a high of -20 degrees.
So yeah, we have -22 outside right now. A little bit on the chilly side. Nap time, Max. Oh, Max, is it nappy time? Yeah, definitely. Is there anything sweeter than a cockatoo who's slowly falling asleep, foot up, feathers fluffed, long, slow blinks? You have a quick nap, Max, and then you can get active again. So I'm just catching up here on a couple of comments. Mookie says, and she's talking to Greenbird and says, she got off the ventilator today, so I'm happy about that. I'm looking for the comment there. I guess this was Mookie's sister who was not doing too well in the hospital. So some really good news there. Sending out some wing hugs your way, Mookie. Really, really glad to hear that your sister is doing better. Tango Elliott says in 2010, Maryland had over 84 inches over the winter, which was like the most ever. Yeah, a month back, we basically had snowfall for the entire winter, sort of land all at once. But Mother Nature did not get the memo and keeps on sending more snow. Max will certainly be happy when patio season's back here again. He does interact quite differently when he's out on the patio. And we did start doing the live streams last summer when it was patio season. And, you definitely see a lot of differences with the way that he engages. Outside, he can watch people walking past. He can, that snowblower's being kind of rude. He can watch people walking past. He can see the cars. He can look up at the sky, take in some sun. And he's definitely just engaged, looking around, quite excited to be out there. And he does look forward to it. I do sometimes have people ask, does he get scared to be outside? He actually likes his patio. He'll ask to go out there. But Max is very, very good at communicating with birdie language. He uses his body language to tell me what's going on and how comfortable he is with what's happening. If I go for a walk, we've got a dry pond, I'm going to say a block and a half away. Big open space, big open green space. Yeah, it's down a little bit of a hill. It's got sidewalks running on the side, beautiful views. But if I go walking out there, as soon as I get away from the buildings, Max gets super nervous. And he is very good at telling me to turn around, that he wants to go home. He'll lean, he'll start to act a little bit agitated. He's very good at saying, now. No. I don't like wide open spaces. These things are dangerous. He definitely is an urban bird. If he ever gets lost, at least I know he's not going to be out flying in the great beyond into the farmer's fields or something. He's going to be sticking close to houses where he feels a little bit safer. Max also is very good at telling me when it's time to go home, even when he's in a comfortable area. He does like walking around the complex, and if you've been following us for a while, you've probably seen lots of video clips of Max outside for a walk. And he loves walking through the complex. Last year, I'd gone out and it didn't look too bad. I knew that there was some rain coming. And as I came around the complex and out sort of from a few houses, and Max was sort of saying to me, maybe we should go home. And I said, no, buddy, you're fine. We're going to go for a bit of a walk. And I came around, then I could see the clouds that were relatively low coming in from the northwest. And I hadn't seen them before, and it's like, okay, maybe those clouds are coming in a little bit sooner, but we still got lots of time before the rain hits. Well, Max looked at the clouds, and he understood the weather apparently better than I do. And he told me, we are going to go home now. He started leaning, acting kind of agitated, saying, yeah, I'm going to go home now. I'm going to lean. I'm going to bop my head. And I said, well, what's the problem? Rain's not here yet. Then I got hit by the first drop of rain. He'd seen it coming. I had not. And Max, spoiler alert, likes showers, likes spray bottles, does not like water dripping on him from the sky. So I started walking, and he started encouraging me. I'm not a runner. Yeah, I jogged home for Max because that rain was coming in. It wasn't coming in hard, but he did not like it at all. And he wanted his pet human to transport him as quickly as possible back to his safety of his patio and the safety of his grand indoors. So Max is very good at telling me where he's comfortable, and he definitely is comfortable on his front patio. When we go for a walk, Max has learned sort of what the area looks like, definitely our complex, but even some of the blocks around. And if we go for a walk, once I get going for a while, I let him choose the next direction. So if I'm 2 blocks away from home, I let him steer me towards home when he wants to go home. He'll tell me where to turn. I've had to explain to him we can't walk through houses, but he will actually show me what way he wants me to walk. One time I'm going through the complex, and it's sort of we've got the inner ring of homes that sort of face into the front, face out onto the road, and we've got an outer ring of homes that face into the center road and face out, outside of the complex. And I've been wandering through here, so sort of there's, multiple rings that we can walk around, and walking around, and he decided he wanted to go home. Now, this is when he was first relatively new to going out in the complex. He hadn't fully mapped it. And I was literally, I just had to turn one corner and go down a few houses to go home. And he went, no, we're going home now. We got to turn around. And he actually walked me back the exact path that we'd come. So we basically staked all the way through the complex again to get to the house. But Max at the time did not understand that, yes, he could develop a bit more of a 3D and that there was a shorter route home. As we walked through the complex, he started recognizing things. If he wants home, he can tell me to shortcut through the complex, or he can say, yeah, we didn't walk down this way, but we can turn here. It's the fastest route home. But when we first started walking, he wanted to go just retrace his steps. That's how he found his way home. But it is an instinct I definitely encourage for him. If he knows where his patio is, if something happens, he's probably going to head right back to the patio where he feels is safety. Our units here, they look very, very similar, but there are some differences. We've got the brown units and the blue units. Some have a darker brown trim, some have a slightly lighter brown trim, but they all do look quite similar. This week, we actually had a little bit of the power of social media happen. I am a member of the community Facebook page, and midday I came downstairs to make some coffee, And, just check social media quickly. That's sort of my rule. I don't check it while I'm at my desk, but if I go downstairs and waiting for a kettle to boil or something, I can log in and see what's happening. But I noticed somebody in the community had posted up a photo from Amazon saying, help, this is my package. This is not my front door. Is this your door? And I looked and I just messaged the person back and I said, looks an awful lot like my complex. It's pretty recognizable, but I couldn't tell you which unit in the complex. And we just messaged back and forth. He sent me his house number because I said I can walk over and check. I don't have time to walk the entire complex, but I can check that particular house number and just see if we've got a match, because I happen to have a picture, had, the person's information at the top, first name, last name, and I walked over, and sure enough, that particular unit number had an absolute match and had this person's package. So was able to get that, just message back. His son came running over, I think about 4 or 5 blocks away. And they were super, super happy. That particular package had contained some electronics that they did not want to go missing. You know how Amazon is when they deliver something and it disappears. They seem to think that you're at fault, even if it's, you have to go through a few hoops to prove that's not your front door and it was a missed delivery. But it was definitely easier for them just to be able to find the package. So right there, you have the power of social media and just the power of neighbors being willing to help out neighbors. Similar address, not super similar. I mean, postal code's different, the road name's different. It does start with the same primary community name, and the house number was right. But yeah, we do see that a bit here. What the biggest misdelivery that I have is if somebody's looking for my house, they tend to assume that I'm on the inner circle because numbers are not contiguous. Inner circle numbers are one above and one below me, and outer circle numbers are, just the numbering does not work the way that people might expect. They don't see it the same as a normal. They might see a normal road. I'm just gonna adjust this. Oh, Max, you're doing so well, buddy. So what the biggest thing is either people not being able to find my place or people dropping off deliveries that are not mine. I don't know why my unit looks so enticing, but I've gotten pizzas, I've gotten Vietnamese food, I've gotten sushi, all sorts of food dropped off by these Dash the Dishes and Uber Eats drivers who get a little bit confused and decide that they're just going to abandon food on my doorstep. It's actually a little bit annoying. One of the meals coyotes had gotten into, so not only did I have to dispose of food when I found it the next day, I had to clean up my entire patio area. Not happy about that. One of my neighbors, now if she's missing food, she messages me and just asks me to poke my head out the door and check, because yes, it has been sitting on my chair before, but you don't want to just go start walking the community to see if your food's there. It's very easy to just sort of poke your head out and check your neighbors. So that tends to happen here a fair bit. Okay, Max, I know you're napping, but what about these? There you go. You're not sure? One more hat. It's a tower. Yes, Tico, I hear you eyeing me. Want to play with your tower? You usually like playing the game of cups. That was a fun sound. Let's see. Apparently, I don't know where I'm putting all of the toys today. Look, a cup. Oh, what's the cup doing? Another cup. Did you do that? Bye-bye, little cups. It's me. Okay, I'm just going to get in between the camera for a minute and pick up the stack. Can't get the entire stack just because of where it's fallen. But what do you think, Max? Can we stack some cups? Can we stack some cups for you? Oops. Yeah. Oh. And one more. Here you go. Can you go after those? You know what to do with those. You could stack some blocks on top even. Jenga style. Okay, you let me stack some more? Yes, just looking at the comments, Tango, so glad to hear that you are feeling better. We definitely got worried about you when we heard that you were under the weather. Would you like some more blocks, buddy? More. Blocks? What about a bagel? Pretty bagel. Just gonna sit there and look, huh? Well, what about, want to keep building? Got a couple of boats for you. Now what are you gonna do? You see your boats? Well, you can just sit and look at them. We'll figure it out. Tango asks if Max watches TV. What Max will watch are videos of other birds. His favorite is to watch videos of his buddy Q, but he also likes to watch videos of himself. Yes, Sue, Max does walk with a lot of birditude. You see him walking up the stairs. Not a lot of videos of that because I'm usually chasing him up the stairs and saying you're not allowed to go up and eat anything that's upstairs. What you doing? All the toys and you're going to ignore them? Let's get a couple more toys out. Oops. What are you going to do? You're going to toss a boat? You're going to knock over a boat? Orange? Purple? Yellow? Pink? You gotta reach for it. Gotta reach for it. You see the blue boat? Green boat? Green boat flew at me. Green boat. How about we continue building up? Oh, go ahead, Max. Okay. Wait for it. Are you seriously telling me you don't want to unstack the blue one? Oops, that didn't work. I bump it. Was that fun? You still have more cups over here, buddy. These will work. I swear, Max must eat these cups. They seem to disappear. Stack, stack, and stack. Can you get those? My block on top of the stack. Can you reach? Come on, Max. I know you can reach that. gonna cheat? You don't want to reach? No? What about the blocks? And apparently that's what he wanted to play was toss, but I was supposed to be holding the toys for him. Are you a bird? Do you want to play with your puzzle box? Let's move this in a little bit. We're going to go up there. Move up. Yeah. Do you want to play with your puzzle? That's right. Try it again. Oh, you're not sure. How about with purple? You grab purple? Purple. No, we don't want our big puzzle. We also have a small puzzle. Just gonna see if I can grab that. Just kind of put away a little bit. Hey, Max. Want your other puzzle? Grab it. Let's see. I'm just gonna put the shapes in for you. And hopefully you're not gonna chew on the chair while I'm doing so. So this is an animal puzzle, Max. There's all sorts of fun animals. Little knobs that you can pick up your animals with. Yeah. It just probably takes a minute to put together. What are you doing, Max? No chewing on that. No chewing on that. Yeah. Like your puzzle? Here you go. Rotate around. Like your animal puzzle. Can you pull that apart? Oops. Maybe I'll find. Oh, no, apparently not. And climb back up. You pull your puzzle? What do you do? You pull the piece out. You're just not in the mood for a lot today, are you? Nope, not in the mood to do a puzzle. This week we did release a video called Puzzle, P-U-Z-L-D, and Max was playing around with the puzzle. He had some great fun with that. Would you like some twiddles? Would you like some Legos? No? What about a flat piece of Lego? Can you show me how you play with that? And that's a no. Are you tired, Max? Want a scritchy? Want scritchies? Yeah? There you go. Yeah, scritchy time. Scritchy time. Oop, I'm sorry, did I pull? Yeah, I got some new feathers coming in. Max has always been quite picky about feathers on his head. He wants me to be very cautious when I go after them. And I see a whole bunch of new feathers coming in. And of course, I see a new feather. The first thing I want to do is tip it. And some of them may or may not quite be ready to come. So I'm trying to be careful. He'll let me know if I'm touching something he does not want me to. As feathers come in, they actually come in with a blood supply in them. And you'll often hear the term blood feather. And what happens is as that feather is developing, oh, here's a great example. I don't know if you can see that against my hand or not, but right here, I'll just see here if I can come in for a little bit more of a close-up. Right here, this particular feather, it's a new feather that's coming in. Down here, you can see it's a little bit darker colored, and up towards the top, it has, you can see a little bit of feather coming out. But that's a blood supply that's at the base of the feather, and the feather comes in encased in a keratin sheath. If you don't have birds, think about your shoelaces. You know the aglet on the end of your shoelaces, that hard plastic thing that's on the end of laces that keeps them so they can easily be threaded through the eyes on your shoes? It's called an aglet. But new feathers look an awful lot like that. They come in a keratin sheath, and that helps them grow and develop. And then as they grow, that sheath is ready to fall off. Usually the bird will preen it off themselves. Oh, there's a really nice one. And when it falls apart, I'm just going to come in here with my hand, and you can hopefully see those little bits. That's just basically just powder, and I'm just going to shake it off my hand. It will crumble very, very easily, and the new feather unfurls from underneath that. But when a feather's new and still has a blood supply, anywhere there's a blood supply, there's a nerve. That's probably the easiest way to put it. And it's a reminder to the flock, you know, you don't touch feathers until they are ready to be unfurled, until they're ready to be preened. Yeah, Max, what are you doing? Another scritchy? So it's, you know, he does have some new feathers coming in. That's why you sometimes see sort of those little pokey bits on him too. But they're not always ready to come out. And if they're not ready, I'm not going to touch them. Yeah, quick under the wing. Yeah, you got the good stuff, Max. Yeah, and Max definitely he has a lot of powder on him. I mean, that's a healthy cockatoo. They have a lot of powder. Oh, and there's another one. That's just, yep, dropped it. Let's see if I can pick it up off the box. Never mind. That was the tip of a new feather that was coming in, and it was ready to break apart. Yeah, you're so pretty, Max. So pretty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, Max, we have had discussions about chewing on the chair. What did I say about chewing on the chair? Well, scritchy, I can give you a scritchy, but we cannot chew on the chair. Okay, we can chew on the chair, but we shouldn't. Oh, was that a new feather? Did you quack at me? Yeah. Okay. What do you hear, Max? Do you hear the snowblower outside? Come on. Why don't you preen yourself for a little bit? I started. It's your turn to preen. Or it's your turn to stand there and look pretty. Let's just catch up here and see if we missed any other comments. I mean, there are hundreds here, but let's, you know, hopefully I'm not going to miss any important questions. Hey. Hey, Max, what you doing? Yeah, Sue says there's tons of thefted deliveries right now on the doorsteps. Absolutely. If I've got a delivery, I tend to track when it's coming, and I'm downstairs to grab it as soon as it arrives. I do keep a close eye out for when the delivery guys drive up, So if they drive up and I see something being dropped off outside my place, I'll pick it up. But also if I see a delivery guy drive up and then I see another vehicle drive up, I'm usually poking my nose right out that window to see if we've got a porch pirate following around. My work window looks out right over the little ring road that goes through the complex. So that makes it easy to keep a bit of an eye out. But, you know, you always kind of look out for your neighbors. Because if I look out for them, they're going to look out for me. Right, Max? Let's see what else we got happening. Cheryl was asking about the cups. Max, not chewing on that. If you want to chew on something, how about we chew on a block? That's chewable. She was asking if the cups, oops, I'm sorry. I did not mean to pull it away. There, good chew. She was asking if the cups are new. No, they're not. He's had them for quite a while. He keeps getting new cups, similar designs. He just is a little bit tired today, and some days he's in a mood, some days he's not. You know, now he's finally chewing on some wood. Earlier, all he wanted to do was throw the wood. It's really, Max calls the shots. He gets to decide what he wants. Barbara says he's sweet. This is her second time here. She always had the wrong Max. Oh, that's sweet of you to say, Barbara. Yeah, Max is a popular name for Moluccans, but we are super, super glad that you are here now. If you ever miss one of our streams, don't worry. We save them off. You can catch them on the replay. You can catch some of our other videos on the replay as well. We are doing the weekly videos. We are trying to focus on growing our channel a lot. So, you know, if you see a new video pop up, hop in, watch it. It helps us out if you watch it to the very end, if you like, if you comment, and also if when you finish watching that video, you click through and watch another video. That tells YouTube's algorithm that, yeah, you like Max, and Max keeps you on the channel. So anything like that can really, really help us out. I was saying a couple of weeks ago something I discovered about live stream hours. We've got a great number of people hanging out with us on the stream. We've got 21 people still hanging out with us right now. And we're probably going to get another 60 or 80 watching this stream on the replay. It's not the right time zone for everybody, unfortunately. We do have people coming in from all over the world. But unfortunately, YouTube's algorithm does not count those hours towards our next level until the live stream has been officially published. I'm going to keep that camera out of range. And once it has been published, then those hours will count for any views after the video is finished processing. So, Max, you're still not allowed to chew on the chair. So, you know, if you watch the stream and watch it again later, you know, that will also help us out with some of the numbers. If you are enjoying Max, none of that. Max, I know you've got wood, but that, here. There are two pieces of wood. And use them as tools with each other. No. Max here. Not the chair. How about another block? Yeah, but I mean, if you're enjoying Max, hop through to one of our playlists, watch the playlist. Every bit of viewing does help out the channel. But we are growing a lot. We are committing right now to doing multiple videos a week. We are going to be here every Saturday with a live stream, technology permitting. We've got, during the week, our commitment is at minimum, you will have your Wednesday video coming up. It goes up around 7:15, 7:30. I always forget what time my upload schedule is, but that's the time it goes up every Wednesday. And we've also been putting out some extra bonus videos Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Those ones are not necessarily guaranteed. It just depends if we have enough time to put out the additionals. I've noticed the Fridays don't get quite as much viewing as the rest of the week, so we're definitely going to try and put out the fresh content on the days that are the most popular. Yeah. And of course, Tico's coming out in some of those videos as well. You know, we're trying to do a little bit more Tico if he is willing to come on camera. Last week's live stream, we had an unintentional sharing of the chair. We brought Tico over to say hello, and Max decided to climb off the chair and go for a walk. Since my hands were full, I put Tico down on the chair. I went after Max. Unfortunately, Max then decided he was going to climb back up on the chair. And at this point, I had two birds sharing a chair. Not intentional. It's not something that they would normally do. They did have a box of toys in between them. They did okay until Tico decided that he was a little bit unsure and maybe he'd leave, and almost clipped Max with the wing on as he took off. Max was laughing about that afterwards. But, woo, that's a pretty good one. Look at the block fly. But Tico definitely has got an opinion, too. It was fun. But we have lots of fun on the live streams. We never quite know what's going on. Oh, super sweet. Greenbird. Oscar says that Max's videos were their afternoon treat last week. Super, super cool. Yeah. Well, we have been up for, it's been a little bit over an hour, and Max is now beginning to chew on his chair. So I think it might be time to call it a day. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Max, what's this? Pretty bagel? Okay, something to shred. But I'd like to thank every birdie for joining us today. Always, always great to see you hanging out. Yes, Tango will probably pop in to watch Einstein's live stream tomorrow. We're usually there. Einstein usually joins us as well. It's pretty cool. Tico is definitely a huge fan of Einstein. What's this? What's this? What happened? What happened? Another bit? No, you told me you were done with the blocks, huh? All right, so I will see everybody next week. Have a fantastic week. And if Tico's in the mood, later in the week, we might pop up with a special stream. But really, really do appreciate every birdie joining us. Have a great week. Can you say bok bok, Max? Nope, man, he's going to be the strong silent type chewing on the chair.